One Piece 793 and 794 reviews. What's up, guys? Hope everything's been going good for you. NW Order for Life here, and we're going to go right into the chapter. First chapter, basically, Fujitora prostrating himself on the ground, uh, basically in repentance for the Navy having anything to do with Doflamingo's involvement, and he's upset because he had to rely on Luffy and the Straw Hats to take care of, pretty much what should be Navy business in the first place, since they're responsible for everything that happened with the country. So he couldn't clean up anything officially. He had to leave it in the hands of pirates, and the Tontadas are told by Rebecca's father. What's his name? Escapes me at the moment. Um, Kiros, that they have to, that it's time to disband, and everyone's going to be living in the palace, and everyone's going to be happy. And then we get the Admiral Aokoji, I think his name is, or the one with the fire, Akanu, Akainu. He, the head fleet admiral now. He is talking with all these supreme power government official types, the people that are behind the Navy, the true leaders of the world government that are all talking in a group, and they're not happy about Kuzan leaving the Navy, and somehow thinking that he might be involved with Blackbeard, I believe. Was that part of the theory, or what? I'm pretty sure that's what the chapter said. Something about like he would be around Blackbeard, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just was thinking of a theory or something that I read. But either way, what happens is that they're all talking about Kuzan leaving the Navy, and then they get a message that about what happened in Dressrosa and how Fujitora is pretty much responsible for not reporting that information to them first and having them put a spin on it. Like that. That's what's bad is that they couldn't put a spin on the story saying that it's marine justice or whatever that they wanted to do, and so we see like pictures of outlaws and pirates basically failing and surrendering because they're not getting the help from Doflamingo like they were supposed to. Some of them saying they wanted devil fruits, other than that they were promised devil fruits. Others saying that, like Kaido, for example, with the smile and the smile factory, the bombs. Like, so there's pictures of all these people like being pissed off and saying like damn these damn Straw Hat and damn Law, like because of them, like we lost all our business and we won't be able to make a killing on Smile and get their weapons and all that stuff. And Kaido is kind of seen, and he looks like this he's not seen in terms of like we see his face or whatever, but we see like a silhouette of him or something, and all we can make out is that he's like this uh, really angry because his deal with Doflamingo obviously fallen through now since Doflamingo's been captured, and you could just tell that he's like a really angry, off-hinged individual. So a lot of people are speculating that he probably looks like a monster, or that he probably just isn't human, but some kind of different animal, or maybe he has some kind of devil fruit that makes him transform into a beast-like appearance. So whatever it is, we're anxiously waiting to see what Kaido actually looks like. And we got just like a little bit of a taste as to what he might, you know, what kind of type of creature, person he might be based on this silhouette that we saw. And we see the supernovas, and they're all chilling out. And the supernovas are, of course, part of the new generation with Luffy and Law. And they're saying, oh, uh, congrats to those two guys. They're going after Kaido. They can put the pieces together and see that, oh, that Kaido's gonna be their next target, and Doflamingo is just the beginning of that. They're like, good thing we're not going to conflict with them because we're going after Red Hair Shanks, and so that's cool. Seeing what they're going to do with Shanks, and see if anything comes out of that. And yeah, we get to see Fujitora. The biggest part of this chapter, right, is Fujitora is at odds with Admiral Admiral Akainu on the snail phone. Akainu is shouting at him and yelling in anger, and Fujitora is the exact same way. He's shouting and yelling as well. And Akainu is like, if you would have told us, we could have handled it. And he was like, no, if I would have told you, then you would have just covered it up with some bullshit story. And basically, Akainu ends with saying, like, if you don't go and get Law and Luffy and bring them to us, you don't kill them and take their heads, then you'll never step foot in a Marine base again. And Fujitora is like, well, that's fine by me. I don't ever want to step foot in a base again. Like, so seems like they're at real odds here, and I can only hope that this means in the future that Fujitora will keep himself distant from the Marines and maybe become like his own private military force. We did see his one of his lieutenants or whoever that Marine guy was that he told that he confided in and saying that he doesn't believe that the Marines are really standing for true justice right now, whatever. Maybe that guy will join under his new. I guess they would be considered pirates. So maybe Fujitora will form like a pirate group and go against the Marines or something. Some people think that Fujitora is going to go after Law and Straw Hat so he can get back in the Marines, but I don't think that makes sense in terms of how his character is being portrayed here. I think he's honorable and he knows that the world government is corrupt and he wants nothing to do with them being corrupt. And I kind of just doesn't give a crap. He just wants to maintain this power stronghold with the government being the standard bearer of righteousness no matter what they have to do, no matter what they have to say. And Fujitora just doesn't feel that way. So I don't think Fujitora is ever going to go back to the Marines. I think he's going to maybe become his own pirate, and or if not a pirate, then maybe like make a similar Navy organization or some kind of organization on his own that will contest the justice of the Marines or something of that nature. But it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. A lot of exposition. We even got to see the girl that looks like Zoro's old trainer or old teacher, student, whatever that girl was. Smoker's assistant. She, is helping the kids. They're all free from the drug influences, and she's keeping them. She's watching them. She's being motherly on them. So that's really nice. And Smoker is her and Smoker are all like concerned or touched that Fujitora was able to have true justice come through by giving credit to Luffy and his friends. And they were saying how, like, in Alabasta, they had to lie and say it was all part of the Marines that saved everyone. And, now they're feeling like that they feel better, that Fujitora, like, spoke up for them as well. So it was a really great chapter. I'm going to give it a, let's say, 9 out of 10, because I really enjoyed the character development for Fujitora, the character, bringing back old characters like Smoker and Assistant, and also even just getting more into the whole Doflamingo's situation. Like now that Doflamingo is captured, like how it affects all of these pirates and all of these people, and Kaido. Who Law's target is now. Kaido is really pissed off, and that was great to see, and just really build up to the story perfectly. So no action this week, but I still feel like it deserves a 9 out of 10 because Oda draws amazing chapters. And then the next chapter, 794, it's all about Sabo, which I was disappointed with this chapter because I feel like there's a lot of things that didn't need to be said. We didn't need to see Sabo, talk with Luffy. Like when Luffy first sees him, that was unnecessary in my opinion. It didn't really show anything new, and it feels like this whole chapter was mostly filler. We saw Dragon rescue Sabo from the ocean, and we didn't need to see that because they didn't show anything new. They literally just showed Dragon suddenly be there, pull Sabo out of the ocean, and Sabo apparently lost his memories. And after Sabo was trained for a while, and Ace died. That's when his memories came back to him when Ace died, and he realized, that he had Luffy as a brother and everything of that nature. So I didn't feel like it was a great chapter at all. This was one of the chapters I felt like was literally a filler chapter, and yeah, I can't say too many good things about it. Well, I didn't really care for seeing Sabo as a little kid and having amnesia, or or talking with Luffy. I feel like that was not really important. They could have just did like I mean, I guess people would want to know like what Sabo looked like, as a kid and get rescued, but they just didn't make it anything interesting. They just made it like, oh yeah, pull him out of the water, he has amnesia, and oh yeah, read a paper, you remember now. Like there was literally no exposition showed in Sabo's childhood, or what it was showed was just not good enough to count as material that is wasted on good pages. So in my opinion, that chapter was not so good. So I'm gonna give this chapter 794, I'm just going to go a 5 out of 10. I really did not enjoy this chapter. I thought it was really pointless. So let me know what you guys thought about both of these chapters below. Comments, on what you think about Law's plan, against Kaido. If Kaido is going to be like, going after the Straw Hats. If you think that maybe some of the people at Doflamingo, when he got captured, the people that got screwed over, are they going to join Kaido, or is we going to go after Luffy now? Like, give me your thoughts and opinions and any theories you have in the comments below. Rate the video and subscribe for more One Piece videos in the future. Thanks. Have a nice day.